Nikipata leave nikuje, which now was in April. I'm gonna remove all of this.
Yeah, and fix it.
And give you a new roof.
Yeah. Yeah, the other painful part of your story is when you said your church told you if it wasn't for you, she would have committed suicide already.
She have told me twice. It breaks my heart. My grandma she's very strong lady. Let me tell you, if you meet her today, huwezi jua hata she's suffering cancer. She's one of the strongest women I know. Hata Kenyatta walikuwa wanashangaa. Do you know watu walikuwa wanaongezwa damu because you know doing chemotherapy and radiotherapy at the same time it drains your blood. My grandma kwa iongezwa damu na watu young people wanaambiwa today your blood iko chini uende ongezwe. But me I made sure my grandma alikuwa sawa. Hakuwa iongezwa anything. She's one of the strongest women I know.
Your YouTube channel, Voice of Carol.
Yeah. Voice by Carol, yes.
Voice by Carol. What do you want to achieve?
What I want to achieve? Like I said, I want to be the voice to the voiceless. I want to give people a platform they can come and share their stories. Sitaki watu waumie hapa nje. Me Nelson, let me tell you, I've gone through sexual assault. My family hawajui. That's just one they know. This one ilikuwa ni a pastor wa church. You know where I come from? Kanisa iko karibu na home. Nelson.
Wait. Can you tell me? Did he say what? By who?
Yes. Yes, Nelson. And do you know how the community judged me?
No. First of all, explain what happened, and then you go to how the community judged you.
So let me give you this of a pastor, okay? I had said sometime I'll share this story on my YouTube. So, you know, growing up, ile mnafundishwa Sunday school, mnafundishwa home, respect your elders, wakikutuma wende, and all that. So my home na church, it's very close hivi. It's like 1 minute walk. So tulikuwa tunaitwa, unaenda unaosha vyombo, unafanya nini, unatuma kwa duka, you run, you go to the lake, you fetch water, unaleta and all that. So mapasta walikuwa wakichangewa. You know how they change pastors, hizi churches kubwa kubwa, right? So there's this pastor mwenye aliletwa. So this pastor kuletwa, back then I was class 5, class 4. Then he was so touchy, okay? So me sikuwa napenda kwenda huko because he was so touchy. Ukienda nataka kushike breast and all that. And me, unfortunately, yes, my family loves me and I love my family. Unfortunately, I didn't get that ile design ya kufundishwa kuambiwa you are not supposed to be touched this place and all that. Your menses ziko hivi, or if somebody touches you, you come and tell us. I never got that. So I never knew nitaambia nani, who will believe me. So mimi I could just nilikuwa na back off, okay? So my uncle angekuja aseme, why is pastor calling you and you are not going? I'll tell my uncle, no, I'm not going, okay? So there is this faithful evening, I was from school, nikakuja home. The pastor aliniita nikipita nende nimoshe vyombo, nikasema nakuja. I went home, sikuenda. My brother passed, because my brother alikuwa ananifuata now from school. Akakuja akaniambia pastor anakuita. Nikamwambia hey bro, me I'm not going. My uncle came, sasa wankangu mdogo na ukali, kwani pastor anakuja unataki kwenda? We, so you know, I'm afraid I cannot even say what's been happening. I don't know how they will take it. They have never told me. They have never given me that room. They have never given me that room, Ilea. And if anything happens to you, you come and talk to us, or you come and tell me. Okay? So sisi me things with life skills nimekuja kuzisomea Nairobi. That's why you see even me, I'm talkative and all that. I came to learn these things here in Nairobi that I can speak out. So it was around 6. My brother akawa kanitolea ukali, I had to go. Nilikuwa nimeoga sana, nimeenda. Kwenda ilikuwa 2 room. Kuna front door na back door. So ulikuwa unachukua vyombo na osha huko kwa back door. Nikaenda nikaosha vyombo, alikuwa anasikiza radio sitting room. Nikipeleka cause sasa kitchen ndo bado bedroom. Nikipeleka vyombo bedroom, alipandisha sauti ya radio. Juu kwa barabara, alipandisha sauti ya radio. So ile nimeinama kuweka vyombo Nelson. I felt somebody grabbing me from my back. Okay. Then I was like, "Pasi nini unafanya? Pastor unafanya nini?" Hata ukiscream aje Nelson, nobody could hear you. Because sauti iko juu ya radio amepandisha. He was trying like anirushe kwa bed. Nilikuwa nakataa, napiga nduru, naambia niache, nitakusema niache. Nelson, until today, I don't know how I escaped. Sijui. I've never knew how I escaped. I went home crying. I told my uncle, back then I was around 12, 11. Yeah. I told my uncle, I went crying. I told my uncle, now that was the time, for the first time I opened up. My grandma was not around. I told my uncle, si mimi namwambianga huyu pastor si mzuri, sasa kwa nataka kulala na mimi. My uncle said, no, that's a lie. No, it's a lie. I told him yes. Immediately my uncle akatext, now Sunday school teacher. She was a lady. Sunday school teacher ni nani? Immediately aka-inform the elders wa church. That was on Friday. On Saturday singeza tembea hata kwa barabara, singeza hata tembea kwa kijiji.
With the talk of the town.
Msichana mwongo anaekelea pastor. Do you know how people worship pastors out here, Nelson?
It's not only in Kenya. It's all over. Even here in America.
No, I'm saying how people are worshiping pastors out here, like everywhere.
Yeah.
Wanonanga pastors they're like God.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Here you are. Your pastor
broken.
Your pastor tried to listen. I mean, it's sexual abuse. Either or. Whether
he sexually abused me severally. Touchy and all that. That's sexually abuse, right?
That's sexual abuse, yeah.
Yes.
By your pastor.
He did it severally. Ile touchy ya kuingiza mikono and all that severally. Okay? But who can you go and tell? Okay? So I couldn't even walk around the village. I never went to church nikiwa ushago. Yeah. Until that pastor was changed. Alibadilishwa. And this pastor alikuwa anatoa wasichana tu peke yao, but walikuwa naishi ushago na mama yao, so they could come wakifunga to visit. Then there's also this one lady. I always pray nikienda nyumbani, I'll do a story with this lady. Like, nita have a sit down na yeye nimuulize what was her experience with the pastor. Ye pia kuna siku nilimuuliza nikamwambia, mimi sitaki kwenda kwa huyu pastor. And she told me, hata mimi sitaki kwenda juu anashikashikanga mtu.
Same pastor.
Yes. And I said, I'm not alone. Tuko wengi, wengine maybe they wali give in, wengine maybe me, I avoided. Me nasemanga Nelson, if today I meet that pastor, I will question him. Nitamuuliza. I will face him. Sometime back nilienda home, nikaambia wenye saini elders, I asked them, do you remember this time? There was this season. I tried to speak out about this pastor. You people shut me up. They were like, oh, so it was real. Because if it, you know, Nelson, if something happens to Nelson, mi kuna vitu zimenifanyikia hata kama sijaanza nursery school, still fresh here. My family doesn't know about it. There are some things that if ikikufanyikia hautaisahau. How can you forget such a thing, such a horrible moments? They were like, so it was real. I told them, you people never gave me justice. You people did nothing. You worshipped the past. And they were like, we are sorry. I told them, do you know how many kids walireport na huyo pastor? If maybe me speaking out could have stopped it, but you people gave this guy a chance to continue doing it to other kids.
That's right.
Because he was like, I'm a pastor. They believe in me. Mimi ni mtu wa Mungu. I cannot do such a thing.
That's right. And when you called him out, when he tried to rape you and you called him out, and it was reported to the church elders, they said you are lying.
I'm lying. Mimi ni muongo nadanganyishia pastor.
Can I digress just a little bit for the audience? Did you see the prince of the Dutch prince who spoke out? Was it no, not the Dutch prince, but there's a prince. Is it a prince or is it? Oh, wait a minute. I gotta be very careful how I'm saying it, because I'm digressing a little bit. But just the other day, if I'm not wrong, and correct me if I'm wrong, those who are watching, the brother of Princess Diana came out to speak how they used to be sexually molested when they were kids and they went to a Catholic school. Did you guys see that? I'm very sure it was the brother to Princess Diana. Okay. Now, do you know how many? Go and watch. Do you know how many documentaries are on Netflix of pastors who used to sexually molest young boys and young girls?
Mingi.
And they walked away with it. Caroline, you went through that as a young girl. And that pastor is still serving in the church. Is he still a pastor still now? Or he?
I'm sure he's still, but since he was given transfer, I've never come across him.
Okay.
But I'm sure he's still. But I'm praying one day nikutane na yeye. I'm praying one day nikutane na yeye, Nelson. I'll ask him face to face hivi, because Nelson niko na stories. Years back, I met someone who wanted to rape me. Mwenye alinishikia kisu hivi, and it was at night. Unajua ile design unaenda ushago, msana ajifanya nataka kukukatia and all that. You know, mtu anakufanya mabaya uwezi msahau. The guy never knew it was me. I confronted him. Nilimuuliza, do you remember this certain time? At this night, it was Matanga. It was at my uncle's place, a cousin to my mom now, Matanga kwake. So ile design, excuse kidogo, niende short call. Then the guy akanifuata akanishikia kisu akaniambia, ukijaribu kuscream na kumaliza. Nobody in my family knows about such a things, because they never gave me a room to talk about such a things. I confronted the guy.
So he confronts you with a knife.
Yes.
He says if
Tile design ya usiponipea ama uscream na kudunga. Like if you try to raise your voice na kudunga.
So you had no choice. Were you able to escape this one, or it happened?
Yes, I did. I thank God kuna wase walikuwa natoka now from the other side wanakuja. Sasa unajua ile disco matanga, alisikia sauti ya watu wakikuja, so ile nye bado amezuba kuangalia. Mi nilitoka mbio kama nimeenda kama nimelala. I did not even stay there.
And you say you confronted him at one point later in your life.
Yes, I did. In fact, kama already nishazama kumtu wangu wa kwanza. I did.
What did he say?
I did. I asked him, do you remember this certain time, this day, this night, you are holding a knife to a certain young lady? He was like, what do you mean? I told him everything, and he was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I did that to you. I asked him, how many girls or how many young kids have you done that to? Because you are a rapist.
Serial one. Someone who's actually even using a knife, that means that's something which he has done. That's a serial rapist right there.
Yes, he have done it severally to so many kids. He told me, I'm sorry. He didn't confirm kama ashaifanya, but I know from the experience and the tone the guy used kuniongelesha that time. He threatened so many kids na aliwarape, and he escaped nayo. Nelson, these are stories that my family doesn't know about it.
But you know what? You have a voice.
Yeah. So that's why I want to use my voice. Yeah.
You have your YouTube. Actually, I like the name Voice by Carol. That's a very beautiful YouTube name, YouTube channel name. I'm going to encourage you to tell your story. We can do some few highlights here on Vote TV, of course, as a stepping stone. But I'm going to encourage you to tell your story, because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Carol. While you're telling all this, there's someone who's watching here right now. You know what they're saying? I was raped too. They're here.
Wait, Nelson. You see this Denise Nyaimbo? That's my cousin. She's shocked. They don't know nothing about my stories. That's my cousin. She's called Nancy.
What?
Yes, that's my cousin. That's my cousin. Ako shocked. Unaona mpaka ananiita Nyamin. Nyamin means sister. Aki sees. You know, Nelson, I've told you I have 11-year-old boy. He's about to turn teenager. Ako kwa hiyo transformation ya teenage, right? Hakuna kitu namficha. We talk everything, like hapa kwa meza. I want him to feel safe with me than anybody else. The moment mi kutoka kazi, nikiwa kwa mlango hata sijaingia. My neighbors always like, we always know you are around. Because ukifika tu hivi, umeanza kelele kwa mlango. I'm like, hey son, how's your day? What happened? Did anything happen? Did anybody do something to you?
You're open.
You see?
You're very open. You're
Yes.
very open with your children.
Do you have any question for me? Okay? Because I never got a chance.
Yes.
Sikuwaipata.
Yes.
And I wouldn't want what I went through to happen kwa mtu mwingine tena. Or even to my kids. I thank my uncle who brought me to Nairobi. I've learned a lot. I've gone in so many organizations. Kuna hii I don't know if you have heard Carolina for Kibera. It was for girl child. There was this one for self-help group in Makina in Kibera. The one that sponsored my high school, it's called Sadili. I don't know if you have heard about Sadili. It's ni kubwa sana. It's called Sadili. It had nini inside called girl child. Zimenisaidia sana. I can be able Nelson, mimi naweza ongea. Life skills hizi zote mimi nimefundisha. What I went through did never pin me down. Haikuniweka chini, but it gave me courage. so that I
Can I
can
ask
be
you?
a voice to others.
Can I ask you a question? Because I wanna give you the opening. I wanna give you the stepping stone.
Yes.
Do you still remember? Do you still remember the name of the pastor who sexually abused you?
Uh, he was called,
Pastor who? I mean, it's years ago, but do you still remember?
yeah, uh, Pastor David.
A lot of
Good,
people
yeah,
do
good
that.
unitas. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
right.
have to do the DNA so that people know, do you have some biological, genetical issues
Yeah,
that can come within your family? Because it is there. Someone is not going to marry you. We
that's right.
have, yeah. So that family you're talking about, I believe there must be some genetical issues, but they are putting this problem in the basket again and again and again.
Yeah, I mean, their family is one of the most known. I mean, they're very known like I say, they're very known here in the U.S. And it's a family which is a product of incest. And like, if you the guy who discovered them was actually a photographer,
Oh,
and that's
really?
how. Yeah, that's actually how his
Are they in the Google?
you can actually watch their documentaries on YouTube. I'm gonna get them for you in a
Oh,
minute, and then I can tell you what they're called. They're here in Western Virginia, and it's
okay.
just crazy. There's something I wanted to ask you actually before I know, and sorry for just grabbing you and asking you to come up here. I know you are working on something. Talk about, you said you know these Kenyans in America who are now in jail because of rape. You've mentioned of a Kenyan who who slept with his stepdaughter. That's just bananas. Okay, I can't even fathom that, but it's taking place. It's happening here as well. Uh, then you spoke about the other lady who she was raped for a certain amount of time, and then when she hit 18, she went and told the police and reported the person who was raping her.
Yeah.
You said the judge asked her how many years should
Mm-hmm.
we put him in prison, and she said 12.
Yeah.
What was the significance of the 12, of the number
I
12?
think to her understanding, maybe she thought 12 is a lot of years, because maybe she was not educated. She was not educated how cases of rape are taken at the court.
Yeah.
So the judge went by what she chose.
Wow.
Because to the judge, maybe he thought the girl was going to say, put him in jail for
For
100
25
years.
years, or for, yeah, of 100 years, yeah, for example. That's right.
One
That's right.
100 years. So maybe
Yes.
she thought 12 years is a
Yes.
lot of, he
There's a lot.
deserves to have 12. 12 is a lot.
That's right. That's right.
Or maybe she thought, maybe that the judge could put him in jail for 1 year, but I want him in jail for 12 years.
Yeah.
She did not understand. Assault, sexual assault here will put you in jail for many, many years.
Oh my God. Again, let's put this out there, clear. You know, you see, Caroline, this is a global thing. Um, Even Kenyans in America, these are Kenyan men in America. I mean, we've seen everything. Pastor Zippy. Not only do we have like Kenyan men who are engaging in sexual abuse or rape, but also Kenyan men who are killing their wives and girlfriends in America. We've witnessed that, and this is a topic that we're gonna keep on pushing as we move on.
And by the way, this is not even a gossip, it's a public information. If you Google it well, public information, you will find all these Kenyans who are in jail and why they went to jail.
Yeah,
It's a public information.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Caroline, you see where we're coming from. So someone like Caroline, you with your story, I'm also going to encourage you with your YouTube channel, Voice by Carol. I like that name.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to tell your story. Anything you'd like to say? Maybe ask Pastor Z, because actually, I'm looking at both of you, and both of you, you are victims of rape. Anything you'd like to tell Pastor Zippy, Caroline? I know it's late in Kenya right now. We're gonna let you go in a second, and thank you very much. Today was your night.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. The moment you get someone who listens to you, someone who understands you, you always feel relieved, okay? Because I've had this thing for years. I felt like hakuna mtu anaweza nisikiza, hakuna mtu atanielewa, okay? So I'm in that journey of like opening up, of letting people know that kila mtu, people are human beings. It doesn't matter akona cheo gani ama nini. Anything can happen. So Pastor Zippy, hi. How are you, Mama?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I love what you are doing. I'm also on the same track with you because what you went through, may have gone through. I've gone through. I was just telling Nelson, I was molested by a pastor, which the community condemned me. Okay, when I tried to open up, the community condemned me. Huyu ni mtu wa Mungu, amepakwa mafuta, hawezi fanya hivyo. Me always say binadamu ni binadamu. It doesn't matter akona degree ama akona nini ama amepakwa na upako wa Mungu. Okay. People are different. Some people do it as a calling. Some people do it maybe for money. Some people maybe are doing it kujifunikia hapo ndani. You understand? So let's continue spreading the word. Let's continue saving people. Let's tusiwache watu wengine wa go through what we went through. Where we can help, let's help.
That's right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, Mama. Me, I'll do my part here back here home. So yeah. So
Well,
God
I
had to bless
can
too.
I can tell you are doing a good thing, and do not be tired of doing good thing. Bring awareness as much as you possible. God have created as all these platforms, all this media. You can use any media. You can do meetings and talk to women. Out of these, you can create a ministry to bring awareness to women, to men too. So do not be afraid. Keep talking. People will threaten you. People will tell you this, but focus
Yes.
your calling to save a girl somewhere in Kenya. Speak it around. Do not be afraid. And trust me, once we start speaking it out, you'll find supporters. You'll
Yeah,
find people
absolutely.
that will be behind you. And I'll be behind you. Hata kama niko US, I will be behind you. Connect with me.
There you
Thank
go,
you, Mama. I've
Kalangwan.
followed you. You follow back. Then maybe I'll share with you my WhatsApp number. Do you know what you have just said? Yes, I always believe in myself, Nelson, that I'm God sent. Okay, as much as I'm young hivi, nimeokoa ndoa ngapi from abusive. It's not that niko na power or nini.
No.
Nimeokoa wanawake wawili. There is one who even the husband akumemshikia kisu hivi. And do you know, Nelson, what shocked me? When I came out from my house, these houses back then nilikuwa naishi hizi nyumba za mbele, zizi single imejengwa mbele na nyuma. So if neighbor anaongea, you can hear everything. I could hear these people fight every day. One day this man alikanyagia bibi chini na amemshikia kisu.
Wow.
The kid was there crying. The kid was like, anaua mama. Nelson, do you know what shocked me? When I came out, the whole compound was full of people.
But they were just watching.
Nobody attempted to go and knock that door. God gave me courage. I went and knocked that door. And I thank God that guy respected me and opened that door. Do you know what he told me? I respect you a lot. Back then I was still married. Because I've never had you people fight or quarrel. Na sasa hatukuwa tunakosana, but ile mtu haezi sikia. You understand? This guy wanted to knife this lady in front of her kid. The lady was pregnant.
God damn.
Do you know right now the lady is married to ako na maisha mazuri sana, even the husband now ako majuu mwenye alipata. Huyu mwingine alichapa aje. This lady always ananiambianga, I can't thank you enough. If not for you,
I'll be somewhere else.
I don't know what could have been of me.
That's right.
So this, it's a gift. For me, it's a gift that God gave me. Maybe God wanted me to go through those challenges for me to be courageous,
That's right.
for me to be able to save others or to stand with others.
Yeah. Speak out. Speak
Yeah,
out.
so I will
You
never
have the
stop to
means.
speak out.
Yeah. Speak
I
out.
will
Especially,
never.
I'm gonna keep on encouraging you, especially here on TikTok. Speak out on your
Yeah.
YouTube channel. Speak out. Pastor Zippy, the sister there, Sophie. That's our sister who was she was sexually abused by the father, and the biological father also slept with her sisters. At the end of the day, Sophie, two of her babies, they died. They actually both died of the same thing, sickle cell, and her sisters also lost their children as well.
Yeah, these are very sad stories that come here to these platforms. But for me, I can just encourage people to talk out in Kenya. I don't know how things go. I have heard many stories. There was one I followed in YouTube of a girl that would go to a worship at night every Friday with other girls. And then pastor anamwambia aende sijui nini, and then he would rape that girl. Not one time, many times. And when this was reported, the worst thing I heard that I dropped my pen down is one of those activists who are there to defend women says that they waited for them to get evidence. They waited for the girl to go to church again, and then amchukue ampeleke so that
Then record
wamshike.
and all.
Oh, are you kidding me? A child comes and tells you what happened, alafu wanasema we want to see what he's going to do, so you want him to rape her again so that you can catch him and take them to court. And I said, what support system, what kind of support system is this? Can't you trust this girl have been raped again and again by this pastor? And here the mothers, I come back to the mothers. Why would you release your daughters to go and do the worship over the night? For what? For what? At night, at 9, at 10, at 11, from 8, your daughter is supposed to be in your house. You can worship your daughter with your house. Usipatie mtoto wako uende ukalale.
Hizi matanga zina mambo. Hizi matanga hizi si matanga. Sheta wodo kesha.
Yeah.
Hizi kesha zina mambo. Hizo makesha hizi.
I'm not fighting the word of God, but seriously, we have had many stories
Can
from
they
those
worship
keshas.
pastors? I mean, can they worship during the day?
Can they do what?
I mean, can they worship during the day when there's light?
Yeah. Why not during the day? You know, things that happen in darkness. People love darkness than light.
Of course.
That is why they are calling for kesha, watoto wakuje waimbe na waombe. Huyo ni pastor.
Does it, you know what, it's again the same, you know, the way the story you just explain, the example you just gave right there, it resembles the Caroline story. Caroline was sexually abused by the pastor, but when she spoke out, even after the church elders were told that that's exactly what was going on, they started calling her a liar. Ain't that crazy?
Let me tell you, I don't know where we are going with the world today, because anytime someone comes out and disclose abuse, may it be domestic violence, may it be sexual abuse, especially from women.
Yes.
So even the fellow women will defend the other person.
Yeah.
And that is why we are left with many women who are crying because they have nowhere to lean into, because those who are supposed to be listening to you, they are beating you. So you are beaten from being abused, and then you are abused emotionally by the other side. Now wanaanza kusupport those pastors. I'm a pastor. I know things have happened. I know they happen.
How is it? How is it like for you? I think there's something. There's something you mentioned. You said I've been to the court many times, witnessing these cases.
Well,
What what do you
I'm gonna leave you
usually?
guy because I'm at work. But one of the
Okay,
cases
no problem.
is a case I dealt with of kasichana ka miaka 13. The father started sleeping with her from the time she was 8 years. She was a twin. She was a twin sister. The twin sister were quite different. You could not even tell they're twin. She came out
Identical,
exactly like a dad. She
identical.
was such a gorgeous girl, very beautiful. And so they were from different dad. Then mom got married to this man. And I think he targeted that pretty girl from the time she was 8 years. From 8 years, he was not
Jesus
penetrating into
Christ.
her, but once she hit 10 years, he started doing it. Now, at age 13, 12, there, the girls started feeling themselves to channel, there is that beauty, and the other little boys are watching you, and that is when she came to realize this man is doing something wrong to me. Akamwambia, I am going to tell what you do to me. I think I'll tell my mom. Naye akamtext akamwambia, if you tell your mom, I'm going to kill myself. They all do that so that you feel guilty. If I kill myself, it is because of you. And because I don't want somebody to die, then I'll be silent. But she disclosed to the sister, so to the twin sister. And the twin sister went to school to the principal, and the principal called the police, and the police called me because I was an advocate. I had go to the court. We had to do the kit. There is something called the kit.
Yeah, the
They
kit. Yeah,
they
the rape
yeah,
kit. The
yeah.
rape kit. Yeah,
So
yeah,
that they test her, and then
yeah.
we protect her and remove her from home until that case is gone. That night, that man ran away and he went somewhere. The police hunted for him the whole night. They caught him somewhere in a car with a gun in the car. He was gonna kill himself. Trust me, he was put in jail for 30 years. He was in his 50s by then. So, hata toka jela.
Pastor, just to let you go. Was he
I'm
Kenyan?
gonna. No, he wasn't Kenyan. He was a
Okay,
white
was
American. Yeah,
white American, yeah, but it's happening.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Pastor Zippy, thank you very much. And on your way out, check out the documentary that the family I was telling you about, the Western from West Virginia. They are called the Whitakers.
Whitakers. Oh,
Yeah, the Whitakers. Yeah, check out the Whitakers family.
Whitakers. I
Yeah,
wrote that. Carol, I'm gonna follow you on Facebook. Carol Nyangwa.
Nyagoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carol Nyagoa. Even here, I've
Oh,
already followed you. Just follow back, then I'll inbox you my WhatsApp number.
that's
okay.
right.
Okay.
Man, what a powerful panel tonight.
Thank you so much, Mama.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. Pastor Zippy, my number is right there in the bio. You can just text me. I'm in VA, you in
Actually,
VA.
let me get there and get it right now.
Okay. Wow, wow,
Okay.
wow, wow,
Thank
wow.
you.
Thank you. God bless you.
God
Man,
bless you
you
too.
see,
Yeah.
like I always keep on
Just
saying,
write
you
it
never
down.
you know my story. Like I always keep on saying, you never know who's watching, and you never know who
Yeah.
you're inspiring, and you never know who you're
Yeah.
motivating. That was such Caroline. I thank you. I thank you for tonight. Uh, through you, your story from from your brother to sexual abuse, rape. Uh, the whole conversation has been very, very powerful. Now, if you're new here at Vote TV, I'm going to keep on encouraging you. Don't forget, follow this platform, follow Vote TV as we continue to grow. And this week, this is going to be this is my birthday week. I'm celebrating my birthday the whole entire week. 7 days of celebration. And like I'm saying, you can support Vote TV. Like I always keep on saying, if for those who are Vote TV USA, you can Cash App. The support Cash App is right here. $ Vote TV. You can support at any given time. Others you can support in your in your ways. I think this is one week where I deserve to just have a break and listen and celebrate. Okay, I'm not gonna spend this week solving problems. I want to be the person who's gonna be, hey, let me breathe. Okay, let me breathe for these 7 days. I thank God for the growth. I thank God for me. I always keep on saying every year, Caroline, I'm getting I grow a year wiser. Okay, that is one thing I know. Every year I grow a year wiser. And on that same token, my platform also keeps on growing. VoTV is growing. We're growing on TikTok. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna hit 1 million followers this year. We are not about to hit 200,000. We're gonna do 1 million this
Definitely.
year. We're going.
Definitely.
Hey, shout out to my VoTV YouTube family. VoTV YouTube family, we killing it on VoTV YouTube. Thank you. I say this year we're gonna bring the plaque home. So to subscribe on VoTV YouTube, just go to my bio, click the YouTube icon, and subscribe. Caroline, listen. We're gonna keep on having these conversations. I want you to come out and tell your story. I want you to speak. You see, even tonight, even just tonight, see how powerful this was. Okay, this was your night. This was your night. And to your two boys, man, protect them with everything that you have. Protect them with everything that you have. I'll catch up with you tomorrow on.
I agree with Caroline, and this is the most painful thing you can put in a woman. It leaves women in trauma, it leaves girls, and of course, even men. There are boys that are raped these days, and even in our time. And the stories were kept so silent. You couldn't talk because nobody's there to support you. I don't know why they kept it that way, but it's gonna bring shame to the family without caring the emotional effects to that particular person who have been affected by this. For me, I grew up in a family. My name is Pastor Zippy. I came, been here for a long time, and then I went to theological school, and I had the call of God. And for a while, I worked as a domestic violence advocate. I was advocating for women who are abused in the state of New Hampshire, and I was also advocating for people who have been sexually assaulted. And I had a lot of passion in it, and I came to realize my passion on it is because I have a heart to rescue those who have been abused. So mine happened in Kenya when I was only 12 years old. And let me tell you, people say their stories, but to me, it just looks like it happened yesterday. But by the grace
So
of
just like
God and
Carol.
by forgiving people or forgiving the person who did that, God have healed me. I'm speaking out of healing. I am healed, but it was with me for many, many years. I still tell people I think it prevented me from getting married because
Oh my
I
God.
had a negative attitude on men a
Towards men.
lot. Towards men, I did.
Do you have
And
children
I didn't
with a
want to
man,
be like
Pastor?
that because I have a son and I have a daughter and I want to wish
Okay,
them
you got
well. And
kids.
I
Okay,
got kids.
gotcha.
So I
You
didn't
got
want
kids,
to
but you
look
never.
at men as the way I was looking at them that time because I had to change my mind. And the first thing was by God helping me to heal, to forgive first, and then to take healing process. And then I was able to speak it after that. And for me to speak it, I put it in writing. I wanted everybody to know the effects of rape. If you have been raped or sexually assaulted, it is an emotional disorder that can live the rest of your life in you.
Wow.
And so,
It's an emotional disorder. I like the way you put it. Yeah,
yeah,
it's an emotional disorder. Yeah,
it brings a lot
God's
of pain to
property.
your life. I came to realize I was overly protective over my daughter. Very protective, and I would not say why. But later I came to share with my daughter. She's married now. She has a little baby boy. But I knew it's because of what I went through that I was going through this overprotection over her to a point it came to me the way you are overprotecting her. She has her life. She's gonna get married and have
Oh,
a
that's right.
family.
That's right.
Yeah, she need to.
That's right.
The best thing to do that is by educating that person, other than
Exactly.
defending
Being
them, over
overprotective.
defending them. because they have a life to live and they are
Yeah.
not them. But what happened to me should be educative to anybody else out there, and also to be self-awareness should be brought to every woman with a child, may it be a boy or may it be a girl. They need to be educated. Men need to know. Don't rape your daughters. Don't rape even your neighbor. Don't rape anybody, period. It brings pain to you. I know
Pastor
people.
Zippy. Yeah, go ahead.
I know someone that is in jail right here. I know actually three of them. They are
In the
Kenyans. They are
US
in, yes, and I
because
know
of
them
rape.
personally. Yeah. One of them, I was teaching at, I was a teacher of Sunday school in one of the churches in Boston while I lived there. And I used to teach to take women out for a retreat. And these are the things we went and talked about. Like the way you have to take care of yourself, of a girl. Don't let anybody touch your body for you without consent. And if they do this, there is a number you can call and you can
Call.
report them.
That's
Call.
right. That's right.
And little did I realize, a year after that, one of my students, her uncle was doing this with her, and she would go tell mom and Shosho, and they kept quiet, like Caroline was saying. They're like, no, we are going to spoil the family. We have to stop this. The day she hit 18 years, that was her gift. That was
Oh
her gift.
my
She
God.
walked into a police station. She reported it, and the guy is in jail for 12 years. And the judge told her, give me the number of years you want me to give. Because normally, rape in America, it goes over 25 years
25
in jail.
years
Over.
over.
I've been in courts many times with the rape
Yes.
cases, and I know how much they stress. It's the worst action you can do to this country. You'll be put in jail for many years. And I tell our people that. I educate our people like that. Don't touch. Don't go touching people's body for nothing. You
Ooh.
don't.
Especially in this
I
country.
Yes.
In America, you see this? Look, this one right here. That's sexual abuse. Right here.
Yeah.
Just that.
Just that. So I
Pastor
tell,
Zippy,
because
Pastor
we
Zippy,
have, yes.
I want to come back to your story. This was the uncle, this is a Kenyan family in America.
Yeah.
And here, and I want to, because you know what's crazy? It's actually interesting because you are talking about this right now. One of the things that I wanted to talk about today was Kenyan marriages in America. But anyway, it has blended properly. Sexual abuse. For people like Carol to see, because Carol, you're in Kenya, for you to see it's actually happening in America, in our Kenyan
Community.
community.
But
It's
when they are caught,
happening.
they are put in jail for good. For good. Even where I am here in Harrisburg jail, I know a Kenyan who is there because they raped their stepdaughter. And the stepdaughter went and told the school, and the school called the social services. Social services called the police, and they went after him. So, for us to save our children and our men, of course, even women these days, we have to bring this awareness to people. In Kenya, it happens all the time.
The time, and there is no
All the
protection.
time.
But there is no protection.
There is no protection, and it is
Yes.
terrible. And the
Yes.
trauma they put on people for the rest of their life. God have helped me. I healed. I'm able to share with people my story. I'm able to educate people. I'm able to bring awareness to many people. But I never forget that day. I came from the church. We were walking with my sister who passed away 2020 and two other girls. And I think this boy had always been hunting me on a way. And he grabbed me and put me on the around the roadside, and there was nobody there. The rest of them, they ran away, and he raped me. And when I came to America, I thought one time I'll go home and I would talk to him, but God killed him before I went back home. I mean, I don't want to say God killed him, but he died of
But he
sickness.
died.
Yeah, he died of
But
sickness.
Pastor Zippy, here you are with your story. You are raped at the age of 12. How old was he at the time? Do you know? Did you know his age?
He was a little older than me. He might have been
Okay,
in his 20s.
20s. Okay, when he did that. When he did that.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the title of your book, and where can people
My book is not
order
in
it?
Amazon yet. I had hard copy with me here. I have other copies in Kenya. Also, whenever
Okay.
anybody is interested, they tell me and I ship it to them. Or
Okay. What is
if
it
you
called?
are in Kenya, it's called I Slept on Sacks.
Oh, I slept on. That's it.
I slept on sacks.
I slept on sacks. Why did you pick that title?
Because at some point of my life, I did. We were very poor and we could not afford blankets.
Okay. So
So
it's like, okay,
mom
I slept on
was
sacks.
just looking for something to cover us with.
That's right. That's your story. Oh my God. Okay. I slept
Yeah.
on sacks. Okay. Pastor Zippy, do you have like a website where people can maybe visit, even maybe where they can
I
order
have
online,
not,
or
I
do you just
actually
do?
have not put it on. I have a coworker that is maybe going to help me to put it on Amazon.
Okay.
But I haven't. I just have a hard copy. So if people want the book, can inbox me and I
Okay.
ship it to them.
Yeah. I
Within
can
the
also
US,
just give you.
those who are in Kenya,
Yeah.
it's also pickable somewhere. Someone can pick it up. But eventually, I'm gonna put it online.
Okay, Pastor Zippy. Also, my number is right there in my bio. Just inbox me. I can have like some few ideas of how
Yeah,
this
I
story
can.
can, how your story can really reach out to many people.
Yeah,
Do you know, actually, you're talking here. Look, you see Caroline, a victim of rape. She's telling her story. You see Sophie down there.
yeah.
Sophie was being sexually abused by her own biological father, who actually slept and penetrated her stepsisters, two of them. The consequences of it, she was here 2 days ago or 3 days ago, and she told her story, and we could not even breathe. Sophie has lost two of her children. They both two of her babies, they died, and the two stepsisters, their children, they also died. How do you connect with this from a spiritual perspective? Or
From
what would you what
about
would you advise such a
did
person?
they
Yeah.
conceive? Did they conceive with their
No,
with no?
no. It was just not with their dad.
Uh, I think from perspective, I can only put a word of encouragement, but there could be some other biological disorders or problems. I have had stories whereby as a pregnancy doesn't go at a certain period of time, it comes out, or some others that the babies they come for a while, then they go. I have had many cases like those ones. They could be some DNA or family genetical issues. I don't know. I cannot put much on that.
Yeah,
But when it comes to biology, to theological understanding, uh, the child will not die because you conceived with a father who is also your dad.
yeah,
There is nothing that child did to be conceived. It's a seed, is a seed that was ready to turn into life, and there is nothing that child did not to be allowed to live.
yeah,
Because I've had people who are born, the father raped the daughter, and I don't think that child did not I think I should not use that word. Totally, that child did not do nothing wrong not to live. They deserve to live.
I mean, a
The
perfect
sin was
example.
committed.
I want you, for those of for those who are in the U.S., and even I can even talk to to my global audience. There's a family here in Western Virginia. They are known. That family, the whole family, Carol, and those who are watching, they are a product of incest. Okay, It's one of the craziest families we've ever seen in America. They are very known. They're very famous, and everybody in that family was sleeping with each other, and it started with their grandfathers and started with their great grandfathers, and to went all the way to the children, and none of those family members is normal. Let me tell you how ugly this thing is. Yeah, you have children who bark like dogs. They make animal sounds, and their faces are completely deformed. Like maybe like one eye is here and the other eye is here. Others they have twisted mouths. It's a family in Western Virginia, so
I
I can
can
urge
I
you
can
guys to
also
check
tell
out
you
that.
because I live in PA with a lot of the Amish community. The Amish
Yeah,
community is known for incense a
yeah,
lot,
that's
but
right.
then there you don't see that it is
Coming
there,
out.
but not as much. The thing is, if you have come from a family with a genetical deficit, then
Yeah.
when you are sleeping with the same people, it becomes higher. The higher number for you to have children with disability or mental health or whatever it is higher because it is within you, it is within your family. I don't think it's because you slept with that person. There is, well, that is one of the reason. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. That is one of the reason.
It's
But
spiritual.
the thing is, the
It's a spiritual
problem is
effect.
within that family. And to minimize that, you have to go out of the family. That is why in America, sometimes for you to marry, you have to do DNAs.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Do
do
DNA
that.
test. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you
right.
have to do the DNA so that people know, do you have some biological, genetical issues
Yeah,
that can come within your family because it is there. Someone is not going to marry you. We
that's right.
have, yeah. So that family you're talking about, I believe there must be some genetical issues, and but they are putting this problem in the basket again and again and again.
Yeah, I mean, their family is one of the most known. I mean, they are very known like I say, they're very known here in the U.S. And it's a family which is a product of incest. And like, if you the guy who discovered them was actually a photographer,
Oh,
and that's
really?
how yeah, that's actually how his
Are they are they are
how
they in the Google?
you can actually watch their documentaries on YouTube. I'm gonna get them for you in a
Oh,
minute, and then I can tell you what they're called. They're here in Western Virginia, and it's
okay.
just crazy. There's something I wanted to ask you actually before I know, and sorry for just grabbing you and asking you to come up here. I know you are working on something. Talk about, you said you know these Kenyans in America who are now in jail because of rape. You've mentioned of a Kenyan who who slept with his stepdaughter. That's just bananas. Okay, I can't even fathom that, but it's taking place. It's happening here as well. Uh, then you spoke about the other lady who she was raped for a certain amount of time, and then when she hit 18, she went and told the police and reported the person who was raping her.
Yeah.
You said the judge asked her how many years should
Mm-hmm.
we put him in prison, and she said 12.
Yeah.
What was the significance of the number 12?
I think to her understanding, maybe she thought 12 is a lot of years, because maybe she was not educated. She was not educated how cases of rape are taken at the court.
Yeah.
So the judge went by what she chose.
Wow.
Because to the judge, maybe he thought the girl was going to say, put him in jail for
For
100
25 years,
years.
or for yeah, of 100 years, yeah, for example. That's right.
One
That's right.
100 years. So maybe
Yes.
she thought 12 years is a
Yes.
lot of, he
It's a lot.
deserves to have 12. 12 is a lot.
That's right. That's right.
Or maybe she thought, maybe that the judge could put him in jail for 1 year, but I want him in jail for 12 years.
Yeah.
She did not understand. Assault, sexual assault here will put you in jail for many, many years.
Oh my God. Again, let's put this out there clear. You know, you see, Caroline, this is a global thing. Um, Even Kenyans in America, these are Kenyan men in America. I mean, we've seen everything. Pastor Zippy. Not only do we have like Kenyan men who are engaging in sexual abuse or rape, but also Kenyan men who are killing their wives and girlfriends in America. We've witnessed that, and this is a topic that we're gonna keep on pushing as we move on.
And by the way, this is not even a gossip, it's a public information. If you Google it well, public information, you will find all these Kenyans who are in jail and why they went to jail.
Yeah.
It's a public information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Caroline, you see where we're coming from. So someone like Caroline, you with your story, I'm also going to encourage you with your YouTube channel, Voice by Carol. I like that name. It's time to tell your story. Anything you'd like to say? Maybe ask Pastor Z, because actually I'm looking at both of you, and both of you, you are victims of rape. Anything you'd like to tell Pastor ZP, Caroline? I know it's late in Kenya right now. We're gonna let you go in a second, and thank you very much. Today was your night.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. You know, the moment you get someone who listens to you, someone who understands you, you always feel relieved, okay? Because I've had this thing for years. I felt like hakuna mtu anaweza nisikiza, hakuna mtu atanielewa, okay? So I'm in that journey of like opening up, of letting people know that kila mtu, people are human beings. It doesn't matter akona cheo gani ama nini. Anything can happen. So Pastor Zippy, hi. How are you, Mama?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I love what you are doing. I'm also on the same track with you, because what you went through, may have gone through. I've gone through. I was just telling Nelson, I was molested by a pastor, which the community condemned me. Okay, when I tried to open up, the community condemned me. Huyu ni mtu wa Mungu, amepakwa mafuta, hawezi fanya hivyo. Me always say binadamu ni binadamu. It doesn't matter akona degree ama akona nini ama amepakwa na upako wa Mungu. Okay, people are different. Some people do it as a calling. Some people do it maybe for money. Some people maybe are doing it kujifunikia hapo ndani. You understand? So let's continue spreading the word. Let's continue saving people. Let's tusiwache watu wengine